Hi there guys, how's it going and welcome back. So I'm guessing you're here because you want to learn how to set up a call system for that elevator that we've previously built. So over here I've just made a little bit of tweaks. I've put us a top floor in, I've put me a brake in, and I've also got a little kind of seat that'll help me get up to the top and bottom. Don't worry about this, it's not important. So if you remember, before we had a system that we could push the button and we'd go to the top. That's awesome. And we'd push the button and we would go back down. That's great, but sadly, if we were at the top, well, there's no lift and there's no way to get it up here. And likewise, if the lift was at the top, there's no way to get it to the bottom. So I'm going to show you how to do that today. Little disclaimer, we are going to need a little bit of piston and sensor action. Before you start worrying, we are only going to need 2 level 1 pistons, and we're going to need 2 level 1 sensors. We're also going to need 3 logic blocks. That's all we're going to be needing really. 4 push buttons, but don't worry about them, they're cheap. But in terms of the component side, 2 sensors and 2 pistons. Nice and cheap, don't need to be upgraded or anything like that, makes it nice and simple. So I'll start with the logic, because this is the easiest thing to show you so far. So in order to make this go up and down, we need to set up what is known in the biz as a memory circuit, and this is a OR, NOR. I set up my logic like this just because it's easier to keep track of stuff. Top one needs to be OR, and bottom 2 need to be NOR gates. Okay? And we just connect this up in a loop. Doesn't matter if you go left to right or right to left, it really makes no difference. Then we're going to need 2 buttons. This one goes up and this one will go down. Okay? So in order to link this, link the button that will take us up to the illuminated, and link the button that takes us down to the non-illuminated, or the turned off one. Then we can get rid of our switch and we can hook up from the OR to the controller. So now what happens is, if we press the up button, we go up. Whoop whoop. We press the down button, we go down. This will help me because it's been a little bit of a problem. If for whatever reason your elevator sticks like this, you have 2 choices. You can either go back up again and go down again. Maybe this might fix it, which it's not going to do. So what you can then do is, if you go into your controller and you tweak these little adjustments here from the bearings. These are the bearings that squeeze the wheels together. So obviously it's just dropped us down. Now if we put these back to where it should be, it should have us at the right height, nice and tight. Okay, the reason why that's quite important is simply because what we're going to be placing on the outside of this, we're going to be putting 2 sensors. So we put a sensor here, and it doesn't matter where you put the other sensor, just put it somewhere different. I put it on top, and these sensors only need to see a range of 2, because that's basically where it is. So where's 2 going to put us? So it's going to put us 1, 2. It's going to see here. So this is where our pistons come into play. So we're going to be putting a piston here with a block onto it. And for this, we're going to need our first push button. This is going to be our call button from the top. Now, why do we build it here and here? The reason being, if I try to connect that push button at the top up to anything that's on the blue platform on the lift itself, you'll notice that it's not possible. I can't do this because the platform is a different piece. If I was to pick that up on the lift, obviously I could pick the platform up, but not the main frame. So we have to set it up like this so that anything connected on this red column can be joined up. So obviously I've got my push button on the red column and I've got this piston on the red column. So that means that I can then take my push button from the top, put it on this piston at the bottom. The reason behind this is when I push that button, I want this piston to just pop out, whoop, and it will just activate this sensor, which we're then going to connect up to the same place as the up button. Okay, so bottom sensor, which is our up, goes to the blue illuminated one here, which is the exact same place as the button we pressed to go up. So now if I travel to the top using my fandangled escape seat, we can go up here and push this button, puts the piston in front of the sensor, and up we come. Awesome. But now we've got that sticky situation of we're at the bottom. How do I call it down? So again, it's another simple thing of just using a push button and using a piston. So the piston needs to be up there. Put our block on it, and then we need to connect up this push button to that piston. Then we also need to connect up our top sensor to the other NOR gate, which is the one that brings us down. Same place that you put the down button. So now if it's at the top and we want to come down, we go, hey, what do? We'll push our button down here as the call system, and down thy lift shall fall. And there we have it. It's quite simple, really. It's literally just a memory bit, if you guys understand what this means. What you're basically saying is when I push this button, it'll activate the memory bit, so it will make this light jump over to these two lights over here, boom, 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 boom. And this is basically a reset button. If you can work out this memory bit, it's the NOR, and OR gate thing. Work that out, you can do a lot of things. Hopefully that'll help you guys. Hopefully that makes it a little bit easy for you, and hopefully it works for you. There can be a little bit of troubleshooting going on. Sometimes, for whatever reason, the edges catch or it doesn't drop all the way down. The way that I rectified that in my actual survival game is I had two sides. So I had a lift up this side as well, and I had a column up this side as well. It kind of stabilized it a bit better, and it seems to work a lot better. But that is the simplicity of a call button. If I can try and explain it any better, if you guys didn't fully understand it, feel free to drop questions in the comments. I'm always going to be happy to help you guys. See how you get on. Hope you enjoy it, and I hope it works for you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time with who knows what sort of contraption. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye for now.